I am launching my own hand-dyed yarn, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to tell you everything about it in this video, plus a lot of pattern inspiration. So let's take a look. So as you could have already seen in the first clip, I am launching my own hand-dyed yarn, and I am so excited. You might have heard me talk that I was working on a little bit of a secret project. Well, this was the secret project. I've been working on it for a few weeks. It went really fast. I'll tell you a little bit why I started, and I will show you the collection, and then we go into all the pattern inspiration that I have for you, because, you know, I love doing those pattern videos. You love watching the pattern videos, so I thought it would be the perfect combination of the two. But before we start, I would love if you could like this video, maybe comment something, just interact with it, because YouTube really likes that, and it will help send the video out to more people so we can grow a community and they can see the yarn, because I've poured my heart and soul in it. It was so much fun. This is not a one-time collection, this is a thing now, so I would love it if a lot of people can see it. So if you want to help me out, you will be the best, and it will make me so happy. So let's get into it. Oh, by the way, if you like my videos, just follow me here. It's a lot of fun. Let me get into it because I'm already rambling. Let me show you a bit more about the collection. The collection that I'm launching is the Cottage Collection. I'm gonna sit a bit to the side because I'm gonna pop up some pictures here of inspiration that I had. And I will talk you through a little bit of my thinking, plus I will show you the yarns and some swatches. I will try to make this a little bit quick so we can get into the patterns. But yeah, first, the collection, the Cottage Collection. When I got this idea, it was actually a little bit motivated by Inga from Fuzzy Peach Fibers. She was a guest speaker in the Mindful Creators Clubhouse, which is my membership community group. I'll just link it below. We have a guest speaker each month, and Inga was the guest speaker in, if I'm correct, I think it was June, the end of June. And she inspired me so much with her yarns, and I was like, you know what? I think I might like to do this. I really felt, okay, I want to do something more that is not constantly behind the laptop, and I like to be creative with my hands, and I tried it out and I am in love, to be honest. So the Cottage Collection was born because I just love nature. I love cottages, I love the flowers behind it. It's just beautiful. I love the idyllic, whimsical look of cottages, and that is my first collection. Let me talk you through a bit of the colors, and I will show you some swatches. Okay, first some specs of the collection. There are 5 colors, of which 4 variegated and 1 which looks a little bit like a semi-solid, but there is some color variation in it, but it's very neutral. And I wanted to add that one so you can combine them together and just to tone it down a little bit for those projects, you know? So 5 colors, and I have 3 bases. The bases that I have are Soulful Sock, we have Flowy Fingering, and Bouncy DK. These are the 3 I'm starting out with. Quantity is really limited, so keep that in mind. If you want something of this, be quick, because as I said, quality is limited. However, I probably will bring this collection back another time, depends on how much you love it. I would love to dye it up again and some more of those yarns, but that is just for the future. Let me show you the colors now. The first color that I have for you is something that also fits the Barbie theme going on at the moment a lot. But I dyed it up before I knew the Barbie movie was coming. But I'm now like, yes, I love this. It's Barbie. It's Barbie. I do have a artificial light on here. I'm sitting next to a window, but it is very dark outside. So I have a light on here. It blows the yarn out a little bit. So I might pop up some pictures here for accurate coloring. But the first color that we have is, I'm showing it you on Flowy Fingering, this one, and this is Field of Flowers. So for this collection, as I said, I was very inspired by nature, and I just love the look of those cottages that are surrounded by a ton of flowers. So this is Field of Flowers. It has a combination of, yeah, as you can see, there's pink in here, there's a little bit of peach, and the tiniest bit of green, but it is very subtle. It's just the grass in between the flowers. I think this one is adorable. Yeah, it's just really nice. This is 100% superwash merino. This is the 100% merino fingering weight. It has 400 meters and 437 yards in a 100 gram skein. So let you know that. Let me show you some swatches. I have made knit swatches. This is how it knits up. I think it is great. It is colorful, but it is not too colorful maybe. As in, it's quite wearable, and that is what I wanted. Then I have this beautiful crochet granny square swatch. I just love how these colors are working up on crochet. I think it's amazing. They really fit them well. So that is color number 1. The very first color that I actually created was this color. This is soft grass. I'm showing it to you on Flowy fingering again and bouncy DK. Because bouncy DK dyed up a little bit differently. I hope it's going to focus. I made the speckles a little bit more noticeable because with the DK that just works better when you knit it up. However, on the sock and the Flowy fingering, please focus, it's a little bit more subtle, as you can see. This is just a beautiful mossy green, grassy green color. It is not too bright. It is, I know, I just love it. I do have the DK swatches here, and I've been making a sock with it, with one of the first versions that I will also show you, so you can see the difference. So this is the DK swatch, and as I said, here are the speckles are a little bit more noticeable, so it is a little bit more subtle in the normal fingering and sock yarn. Here you can see the DK crochet swatch, just a double crochet. And this, oh, I have hair everywhere. And this is another granny square. I just love how these things work up with granny squares. And what is really nice to see, let me just show you just the difference between the DK and fingering or sock weight. Because I called this one bouncy DK. Let me show you the difference in thickness. As you can see on the left is, this is actually another color that I'm going to show you. And this is the DK. It looks thicker than a DK. But what it does, I don't know if I'm able to show you this really nicely. Look, it stretches out to a good DK. It's just really, really bouncy. And I love that it just really fills up the yarn. So it's a beautiful DK yarn. I'm also going to show you the sock so you can see the difference in how it knits up. This light is a little bit hot to sit against. But yeah, this is the sock. And if you watch my podcast, you might remember this or you might recognize this because I've shown this already, but you didn't know it was my yarn. The difference between the eventual color and this one is that in here there are some specks of bluish green that is not in the eventual color. But here you can clearly see this is the DK swatch, and in the sock base, this one, it just looks a little bit more subtle, so perfect for sweaters, for tops. It's just really nice. Okay, next one, because this is gonna take a long time and I want to get you into the patterns. Let's go on to a blue color, because you know, I love my blues. When I was creating this, I was really doubting, do I do a blue? Would you like it? But yes, I've done a blue. This blue is inspired by hydrangeas, by blue hydrangeas in specific, and this is what it looks like. It is just, oh, I'm just loving it. This is again Flowy fingering. You will see the other bases in a little bit, but Flowy fingering and Soulful sock are very alike on looks and color and just feel. It just knits up quite the same. However, in the other one there's nylon, and in the Flowy fingering it's 100% superwash merino. So yeah, here you can see it. I will show you the swatches. Granny square, I think this is beautiful. I'm like, do I need a cardigan in it? I have the same with the pink. I'm like, do I need a cardigan in it? So yeah, granny square, double crochet, and knit it up in a swatch. Here you can really see there's still quite some, it's not white, it is very, very pale blue. Then some darker blue, some more of a periwinkle color in there. And then there's the most subtle bits of green, but really, really subtle. Because in hydrangeas, you see a lot of the time they're very different colors. So it starts a little bit lighter, ends a little bit darker. And a lot of hydrangeas I've seen has a little bit of green in the middle. So I think it fits it really nicely. I love it. Next one. Our second to last color is Morning Sun. And I'm showing it to you on Soulful sock. As I said, this is a 75-25 base. This is a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. This one is 425 meter in 100 grams, which is 465 yards. I'm doubting if I say correctly for the fingering with the yards. Yeah, so the fingering is 437 yards, 400 meters. The sock is 425 meters, is 465 yards. When I created this color, I really wanted to do something with sunrise, sunset, something along that line, because I just love sunrises and sunset. I think it's almost like, is this for free? Can we watch this for free? It is. It's just there. It's beautiful. And with this one, I wanted to capture the morning sun. So we have these pinkish base that you can see in the sun, in the sky. It's just beautiful. And then the yellowish from the bright sun that is coming through. So this is the color. I love it. I don't know, it's beautiful. Here we have the knit swatch. And you can really see the pops of yellow, the peach, the pink. It's all in there. I really like it. Then we have our double crochet again. It crochets so beautiful. It really knits and crochets very nice, I find. And our granny square again. Here you can see it. I think it just fits it so nicely. Let's go on to our last color and our one neutral in this collection. When creating this, I was like, okay, what will be my last color? Will it be something colorful again, or do I want to do a neutral? And something on my mood board really got me, and it was these white cottages. I was looking up what it really was. Some were limestone, some were lime wash, and I was like, yeah, that's it. I need to make a limestone color. So this is limestone. It is this cool base, and there is some really subtle sage green in here, but it is really subtle. You will see it. You're barely able to see it, but I think this will fit perfectly with the rest of it. Let me just hold up something together. For example, with blue hydrangea, I don't have a label on this one yet. Blue hydrangea, I think it also pairs beautifully with soft grass. It has a hard time focusing at the moment. And also with all the other colors. So, our swatches, I have them here for you. Our granny square crochet swatch. As you can see, it's almost one color. Then we have our DK swatch. You can really see it's really barely there. It's a bit creamy, but a bit more on the cooler side. It is not. It is dyed up. It's not a undyed yarn, but it's just really nice and subtle. And here you might be able to see the colors a little bit better. So you can see some color differences, and that is really how it knits up. That is a bit of the sage that you see in there, but it is super subtle. One last swatch I want to show you is a blanket that I've been starting, that I also want to use for pictures and everything. And this, here you can see the colors next to each other. Some of them are double held, except for the green, that is the DK one. And this is the northeasterly blanket. So even if you have scraps left, it will be beautiful in a blanket. As you can see here, this is just pure garter stitch. And I think it's a lot of fun that I just wanted to show you. Good to know. This collection is going to launch on Monday, August 7th. I have my website then. I will link it everywhere. I probably will do a little bit of a post here on YouTube, but definitely follow me over on Instagram, because there you will see all the colorways. I will be announcing them. It's been announced this week. Probably this video will go up on a Thursday or a Friday, and then you can see them all there. And the next week, so next Monday, it will go live. Good to know. If you are in the Clubhouse, or if you want to be in the Clubhouse, they will have a pre-sale on Sunday the 6th. I'm just gonna check it. I have my calendar below. Yeah, Sunday the 6th we will be doing a pre-sale. So the people in the Clubhouse are the first to get the yarn if they want, and they always will have a little bit of a discount code. I won't be doing much discounts because I don't know if you know, but this is a handmade product. It's very labor intensive. A lot of love and work goes into it, so I won't always be able to do a lot of discounts. But they will always have a little bit of a discount, so it always makes a bit of a difference when you order them. So if you want to be in the Clubhouse, I said it below, it's a membership. Every single month you can just cancel after a month. Take a look below or on Instagram, you will see some more information. But this video is about the art. Now that you have seen all the colors of the collection, all the 5 colors, we are going into pattern inspiration. Because I think it's great that you see a color and that you can already have some ideas of what you can make with it. And I just love making these videos, so I thought it was perfect together. Of course, as usual, all these patterns are size inclusive, going from an extra small to a 5XL, or just have a 9 size range. Some of them, I don't think any of them has 8 range sizes this time. Sometimes I also do 8, but then they have the range of a general 9 size range. That is really good to know. There are knitting and crochet patterns in this one. I've heard you. I am adding them both. This list will have, as I said, both of them. So we're going to start with garments, with top sweaters for knitting, then crochet. I have some socks for knitting and crochet, and then some shawls for knitting and crochet. First, I want to show you what I'm wearing because I think it's a perfect pattern to make with one of these colors. This is the Summer Secret Crop by Jessie Made Design. Let me stand up a little bit. This is a crop top, but you can make it a little bit longer. And the best thing, let me show you the back here. The best thing, you can actually make it with one skein of 100 gram fingering weight yarn. I actually used for this one only, what was it, 75 grams I think? Yeah. But you make it longer, as I said. I'm quite tall, so I would have made it a little bit longer. You can probably use up the whole 100 gram skein. I think it's a perfect one to start off with. I will link my Ravelry below because there you can see my project page and the pattern. And you can take a look there because it's a really nice one. It's a free pattern even, size inclusive as I said. I think it's perfect to start off with. But now we're going into the list that I made for you. So let's take a look. I'm having my laptop below, so if I look down, you know why. We are going to start off with knitting garments, tops and sweaters. This is the Sailor Swift top by Veronica Lindberg or Kotova Kika. She's on Instagram and on YouTube here too. And I think this is a super fun summer top. As you can see, it's a tank top which has these beautiful I-cord edging and it is striped. I don't know about you, but stripes I think are amazing to knit. And what I really like about it is that you can combine some yarns. What I would do is I would use main color limestone and I would pair it with or green as grass or actually any of the other colors. So this could be a really nice pairing. But for example, with blue hydrangea, it will be so beautiful. For this pattern you will need 2 skeins of the main color and 1 skein contrast color because it uses 180 to 560 meters. I think per color it was. It is a fingering rate. It depends of course on what size you are, on what color you need. For the smaller or like the first sizes in the list, I think you might only need 1 contrast, but I'm not 100% sure. You can see it below in the pattern list. This pattern has 9 sizes going from an extra small to 5XL, and I think it will just be beautiful with one of these colors. Let's go on to pattern number 2, and this is a really beautiful one. I've seen some people make it. It is the Misurina, I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it, Misurina by Caitlin Hunter, and it is this pattern just has everything. It has lace, it has cables, it has color work, and it's beautiful. It uses 2 skeins of the main color and 1 skein of the contrast color. And again, for this one, I would use limestone as a main color or any other neutral color that you have that you would like to use. And then I would use maybe a morning sun would be really nice as a contrast. Or you could even turn it around to use like a bright, the sun is coming through. I hope it's washing out the colors a little bit. So I'm hoping it picks it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks on the camera screen like it washes it out a lot. But again, you could even use one of the variegated colors as a main and then the white-ish limestone as a contrast. Also, I think it would be perfect with Field of Flowers. It's just, you can do a lot with it. It's beautiful. It has, let me see, 10 sizes actually, so that is great. And as I said, it has a lot of different things in the pattern. I know someone in the clubhouse is making it and she's loving it. Kelly, I see you. It's beautiful what you're making. So yeah, a nice, really nice pattern. I also really wanted to incorporate a cardigan in this list because there are a few of these colors and I'm like, do I need a cardigan in this color? I don't know what it is. I've been loving a little bit more bright colors lately because they make me just so happy. They just really make me happy. I do really love the neutral look, but when I'm wearing it, bright colors make me happy. So I think these are perfect for it. The pattern that I have for you is the Muscari by Sandrine C. And this is a beautiful, really beautiful cardigan. It uses 2 to 4 skeins of yarn. It is 800 to 1600 meters depending on what size you are. And you have to pair it with the mohair. So keep that in mind. I don't have mohair yet. I really want to add it in the future, and sorry, and there are so many options still. But let me show you some things that I think would be really beautiful for this cardigan. So as you can see, she made it in this beautiful blue color, and that's why I think that blue hydrangea will be just gorgeous. Pair it with the mohair, it will settle it out a little bit. Yeah, it's just really nice. As you can see, the sun is coming out. As I said, lightning may be changing a little bit. Maybe I can show it to you in... No, we don't have direct light here at the moment. But yeah, blue hydrangea would be beautiful for this. Or I think it will be gorgeous in Field of Flowers. As I said, when I made this color and I was knitting a swatch, I was like, do I need a cardigan in this? I'm not even a pink person. I'm kind of wearing pink right now, but that's the first and only pink thing. I don't know, this color is just addictive. I don't know what it is. It just grabs me. Maybe it grabs you too. And if you want to make it neutral, limestone will be beautiful too. Then you will probably see the color variation a little bit better in a bigger project. Yeah, I think all of these colors will be perfect for it. And this cardigan has 9 sizes, so that's also really nice. As I said, pair it with the mohair and you have this beautiful, beautiful, really classic looking cardigan. Oh yeah, one last detail that I really loved about the cardigan is the sleeve detail. I'm looking if it's also on the bottom ribbing, but I think it's only on the sleeve. It has this beautiful, yeah, what would we call it? It feels like there are some patterns from Unit, like the cathedral cardigan or sweater, I think. It just looks like that. I think it's beautiful and makes it even more interesting for a bit more classic looking piece to have a little bit of that pop of interest in there. Okay, we have had 3 of the knitting garments and now I'm going to show you 3 crochet garments. So let me show you what I have for you at first. The first one that I have for you is the granny pop pullover. As you can see, there are many colors in this cardigan. In this sweater, sorry. However, I think you can do anything what you want, and what I really think would be fun is just to use 1 or maybe 2, maybe a neutral and a variegated one, or 2 variegated one colors to use in this pattern. Because the variegated is a little bit more busy, I think it would even be nice with just 1 variegated color. So this pattern also has 9 sizes, and I'm going to show you some of the color ideas that I had for it. It's a little bit warm, so I had to get my hair out of the way a little bit. The stitch, I'm not 100% sure what this stitch is called, but it looks a little bit like the granny square stitch that I used, and that is why I want to show you this swatch again. So for example, it could be really, really fun to use Field of Flowers and maybe alternate it. I'm searching in my pile of swatches. Alternate it with Morning Sun. These 2 together will be really fun. So these 2 colors together. Or as I said, maybe do it with a neutral. They also have a version with only a neutral. I'm just going to show you the DK because it is made in DK weight. This is Bouncy DK limestone, and as you can really see, it's really nice, fluffy, bouncy, really soft. It's perfect for it. You need 983 meters to 1920 meters depending on what size you are, which is 5 to 9 skeins. Again, take a look what is possible for you. Maybe pair it with a commercial yarn, as I said before. There are a lot of options in this one. The next stop that we have is the Belladonna blouse by Laura Murphy. And this is a beautiful summer flowy top. I think it's really nice. It is made in fingering weight yarn, and I think for this one it's the most beautiful when you just use 1 color. As you can see in the pictures, it already looks a little bit like she has a... I'm picking my yarn. She has a bit of a morning sun kind of color in there, so that could be perfect. I'm holding up sock, but you can just use the fingering. You could use both, to be honest. You can use sock also for tops. It really doesn't matter that much. And for this one, I might not recommend to use blue hydrangea, but I would recommend to use softgrass. And that is because blue hydrangea, as you saw in the swatch, is a little bit more variegated. It could work, but I think that the lacing detail on the front might fall away a little bit. But do what you want, do what you like. I think it all will just be beautiful. For this project, you need 873 meters to 2237 meters, which is 3 to 6 skeins, depending on which size you are. Yeah, I would do 1 color. I think that will really let the pattern and the yarn speak. And it's beautiful. It is in fingering weight yarn, so keep that in mind. And it also has, let me see, 9 sizes. So more information is in all the links below. Take a look there. Crochet pattern number 3 is a cardigan, and this is the Gigi cardigan. And this was really, again, because I saw some yarns, I was like, I need a cardigan. I don't know what to say. I just was like, I need a cardigan in these things. As you can see in this pattern, she uses a lot of different colors. So what I would do is just use a few, maybe 1 or 2, to add into this cardigan. Because crochet can eat up a little bit more yarn. it can also be a bit more expensive to make a product or project. So what I would recommend, as I said, add some colors. Make a main color with a commercial yarn and add some colors for the inner parts of the granny squares. Because in total, let me see, in total you use 1355 meters to 2433 meters, which is 6 to 11 skeins of yarn. If you would do that all in handed yarn, if you are able to do it, perfect, do it. But I can imagine it's quite a lot for a lot of people, so I would maybe add 1 or 2. For example, use these two together, Field of Flowers and Morning Sun, or use Blue Hydrangea and Soft Grass together with some other colors. I think these two, you can also, for example, you can use them all together, but you get what I mean. Just use some together or do all of them in the color. Just look at what is possible for you. There are many possibilities in this. I think it's a really fun cardigan. It is a bit cropped, it has those puffy sleeves. We love them all. Sizes go from extra small to 5XL, so that's also really nice to know. Yeah, there's just a lot possible in here. It is made in DK weight also. This, I also have the DK versions of the yarn. Let me show you Blue Hydrangea in DK and the difference of a fingering weight. As you can see, color wise it's quite the same. And I also have here Morning Sun in DK with a fingering weight together. Again, quite similar color wise. I really did my best to make them quite the same, as you can see. But yeah, those were crochet and knitting garments. Let's go into some socks, because I know a lot of people like to make socks with variegated yarn. So let me show you them. I quite like to make socks, and I also love my free sock pattern. So I have a free sock pattern here for you. This is the Broken Seed Stitch Socks by Hannah. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Leveniemi? Sounds beautiful. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but these socks are really fun. I've seen them going around quite a bit already, and these are just perfect for when you have some leftover main color and want to add a contrast color to it. So here again, you can use any color together. I would say limestone. Where's my limestone? For a base, if you want to use a neutral base there, and then anything else together. That was the same color. Sorry. Anything else together, which would be beautiful. Yeah, I just love this combination of Blue Hydrangea and limestone. Would fit perfectly together. Let me see. Yarn weight is fingering weight yarn. You need 1 skein in. You can make a full set of socks for most people from 1 full skein 100 gram sock yarn. As I said, you can also use 2 skeins, as in limestone as a main color and anything else as a contrast color, or a commercial yarn as a main color and anything else as a contrast, or limestone as, you get what I mean. There's a lot of possibilities in here. It's nice. I like it. It's a good kind of sock. It's a little bit different. It's just, it's not your basic vanilla sock, which I like. I like to have a little bit more variety in there, but these socks will really shine in basic vanilla socks, and that is what I'm going to show you right now. Because I have a sock for you called Midnight Dancer. And honestly, it's maybe not 100% a basic sock because of the ruffle. I just like a little bit extra. This is Midnight Dancer by Sari Nordland. And to be honest, I've never seen this pattern before. I've seen another ruffle sock from Laura Penrose, which is really nice. But I really like this version too, because the ruffle goes up to the top of the leg. And as you can see, the rest of the sock is more of a vanilla sock, and I think this will really let the sock yarn shine, but with a little bit of extra. So these are by Sari Nordland. We all know her and love her. She makes amazing patterns, also makes a lot of good size inclusive patterns for other patterns, so definitely take a look there. And again, sock weight yarn. I think it would be a lot of fun in Field of Flowers, but it could be in any color actually. I know there are some different opinions about crochet socks. Some love them, some hate them, some kind of like them. It's all fine. I wanted to at least put one sock pattern in here, and it is a shorty pair, because as I said, crochet can eat a little bit more yarn, so a full pair of socks probably uses more than 1 skein of sock yarn, and this one does use just 1 skein of sock yarn. So let me show you what I have for you. These are the perfect pair of crochet socks by Bee Hooked Crochet and Knitting. And I think these are adorable. They show them in some variegated yarn, and that is why I think they are perfect for it. They are shorties Perfect for your sneakers, or if you just don't like to show your socks in low shoes. I'm that kind of person. I think they're really cute. They are, let me see here. They use 256 meters to 274 meters. There are 425 meters in a sock set, or sock skein, I mean, sorry. So that will be perfect. You even have some leftovers that you could use, for example, in a blanket. I just love those. I just love to have those little reminders of projects in blankets. So this is my first blanket, to be honest, that I'm making, but I think it will be perfect. And maybe you could even make another pair of socks with a contrast color in them. See what you like. There's a lot of possibilities here. And wouldn't it just be amazing in blue hydrangea? I think it would be. Blue hydrangea, soft grass, yeah, or just, of course, field of flowers. It's perfect. This was all the socks. Now we're going to go into shawls, because I know a lot of people love to make shawls, and I found some that I think are very practical too and just really beautiful. So let's go on with some knitting shawls, and then we have some crochet shawls after. Okay, for knitted shawls, I have a shawl that has been on my list for a very long time. And I'm getting more and more towards wanting to make them. Someone in our clubhouse, Caroline, is making a sweater version of this pattern, and oh, she is giving me motivation to get this one on the needles eventually. This is the Pressed Flowers by Amy Christophers. You might know it already. I think it's gorgeous. It has a bit of this vintage kind of look to it, and it is perfect for some hand-dyed yarn, I think. Hand-dyed yarn maybe combined with commercial yarn, or just both hand-dyed yarns. And I wanted to show some possibilities, something that I have in mind too, to make this pattern. This pattern is made with DK weight yarn, and I was personally thinking about holding limestone with soft grass together. These are the DK versions of those colors, so you can see them here clearly. And I think it will be beautiful. I would use soft grass as the main color actually, and I would want to use limestone as the contrast color for the flowers, so as you can see there. I think it will be really nice. You can also do it the other way around, but I like the darker main color. Yeah, it will be just really, really nice. As I said, it's DK, and it uses up 914 meters to 933 meters, which is 2 skeins per color. They say below in the pattern. So in this case, 2 limestone and 2 soft grass. You can also make it a little bit larger, like make it a little bit smaller. They say it's pretty easily customizable. You probably just won't do as many rounds. Yeah, I just love it. I don't know what else to say about it. I think it will be really nice in those too. It just depends a little bit for me. I need a new winter jacket. This will be like a practical winter shawl, like a thick, warm, really nice winter shawl. Just that depends a little bit on what kind of jacket I take, but green is probably always good for me. So that probably will be it. Also fun to note, this is mosaic knitting. I've been deep diving into it. As I said, Caroline in the Clubhouse is making the Pressed Flowers sweater, and I just deep dive into how it's made. It's really fun. It's a very interesting pattern, and definitely something different than you're used to. Scarf number 2 that is also made in DK weight yarn and only uses 1 skein of yarn. We all know her, the Sophie scarf. This is by Petite Knit, and this is a perfect 1 skein project again. I know a lot of people love it. They love to make it also. It's a garter stitch project, and it's just easy and quick and fun. So it's perfect for those 1 skeins. Let me just grab something that I think would be really, really nice for these scarves. I think it would be really fun to make this in Morning Sun. This is again the DK version, so you can see how that looks. I did make this pretty tight, this skein. This is a little bit looser twisted, as you can see. Then you see the yarn, like how soft it is, a little bit better. This is Field of Flowers again. And this could be really, really fun. You can see the green a little bit on the other side. Really fun for a Sophie scarf. A quick project. It only uses 92 to 128 meters of DK weight yarn. So yeah, 1 skein can even make you 2 scarves. So make one for you and your friend, for you and your mom, for you, anyone, family, or just for yourself. That could also work, of course. perfect for just one skein and a pretty affordable project because of that. Our last knitted scarf or shawl is the following one. This is so beautiful. This is the Rock Shawl by Hannah Majic. Oh, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Majijuska. I think it sounds Polish. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. But this is really new. It's from July 2023. It's a free pattern. Can you imagine? I clicked this to just put it in my favorites and I was like, it's a free pattern. So I put it in my library, of course. But this is really, really beautiful. And you would use 3 colors for this. Let me show you what I had in mind. And I will tell you how many skeins you need per color. First, let me show you just a combination that I had in mind. I was thinking, it's fingering weight yarn, by the way. I was thinking about limestone, field of flowers, and morning sun. As you can see, I put these two together, morning sun and field of flowers, quite a few times because I think they are just really nice, colorful and light colors together. But these 3 would be really, really fun together for a pattern like this. And you will need 905 meter. Yeah, so 905 meter in total, which means you need 1 skein per color for this shawl. So 1 skein, this is literally all you need for this humongous, beautiful big shawl. I think it's pretty good, 3 skeins for a shawl. And you have a lot of fun color options, of course. So definitely take a look there. And just, yeah, I'm just amazed that this is a free pattern. I'm like, how is this even possible? But it is beautiful, so definitely give this designer some love. And just put it in your library already, because it also helps people on Ravelry actually to like the projects or the patterns. Put them in library, all that stuff. We have had our knitting shawls, and of course now we're going to do some crochet shawls. And who else than to look for crochet shawls than our beautiful Tony Lipsy, our TL Yarn Crafts. I love her. I know a lot of you love her. She is, next to that she is an amazing designer. She is just such a kind human, and I'm a big Tony fan if you don't know already. But yeah, let me show you what I actually have 2 shawls by her. Let me show you the first one. This is the Loveland shawl by Tony Lipsy, as I said, and I think this is so much fun. This is a Tunisian crochet shawl actually. So it's a little bit different than your standard crochet. I still really want to learn Tunisian crochet. It's definitely still on my list. And this shawl actually, I'm like, do I now need to learn how to Tunisian crochet? I might try it. As you can see in these pictures, it looks like they used 2 or 3 colors of yarn. So what I would do is make a combination of 3 colors. And what I thought would be really fun is to use limestone, to use blue hydrangea, and then any of the other colors, or maybe just use these 2 together. You can even try to use, I have just such a bunch of yarn on my side here, to use these 3 together. What would I start with? I think I might start with soft grass, then blue hydrangea, and then limestone for like the very lacy part at the end. I think that could be really cool. It also looks like there's quite a bit of different techniques in this pattern. I just really love that. I hope you do too. And I think this is really beautiful. It is a nice, big, comfy, it looks soft, scarf, shawl. And again, perfect for the fall weather that is coming. We still have a bit of summer to go, of course. But I don't know about you, but I like to think in the future on what I would like to have then. And somehow I think summer is the best time to work on fall and winter things. Towards the end of the summer. Hot summers are not so nice for warm yarn. However, fingering weight, to be honest, this is not too sticky in your hands, and you can definitely already work with it right now. I would probably even, as I said, I would use it for summer tops too. But yeah, the Loveland shawl by Tony. We have one more of her coming up, but I first have another one that I want to show you. First, I haven't showed you yet what kind of weight they use and how many meters, sorry. So they use DK weight in this pattern, so that is good to know. And it uses 800 to 832 meters. And I see that I've noted down that it uses 4 skeins, but yeah, I think that is correct. Yeah, 4 skeins. You can look around a little bit on what color uses the most amount of meters to see on what color you need 2 skeins from. as I said, everything is linked below. You can take a look there. The next one that I have for you is the Flower Puff Shawl by Wilma Westenberg. She's actually a Dutch designer, so that's a lot of fun. This is a really fun, colorful shawl, and it looks really airy too. So this is made in fingering weight yarn. There is a paid version and a free version of the pattern, by the way, so keep that in mind. It uses 732 meters to 750 meters. If I'm correct, that's only 2 skeins of yarn. And again, this could be really fun with just limestone and a contrast color. I have it upside down. Limestone and a contrast color. Or again, the holy, let me see, combination that you've seen quite a few times now. You probably are bored with me saying this now, but these two could be a lot of fun together. Or commercial yarn and one of these. Or just 2 of one color. Again, there are so many possibilities for all these patterns. So just take a look on what you like the most, and what would work for you. Yeah, definitely, as I said, there is a free version of the pattern, so check that out below, or a ad-free PDF version. That's a paid version. It's all down below. And now I wanted to close off with one last crochet shawl pattern, again by Tony Lipsy, as I already said. So this is the Montego shawl by Tony. It is really, really nice, and also a bit of a more summery, springy, maybe beginning fall shawl, which I think is also really great. So I mostly wear shawls or scarves mostly in full winter time, but this could be really fun for just a little bit warmer weather still. Not warm, but just a little bit warmer. It is a one size shawl, but I think for most shawls you can always adjust the size a little bit. And it is made of DK weight yarn. And I would say to use just one color as they do in the pattern. And for this one, let me just grab it quickly. You could really make a beautiful one in soft grass. Or what else would we like? What else would we like? Yeah, I think, let me just, it's all down here. A beautiful one in blue hydrangea, because I just love how this crochets up. I think it's really beautiful when it crochets, and it works, would work I think pretty well for this shawl. What you need is 686 meters to 732 meters, so that is 3 skeins and a little bit. So I would suggest 4 skeins, just to be sure, and then you can use some extras in some kind of scrappy project, or maybe for some color work in another project. So that would be really, really nice. Oh, what I'm now thinking is that it also would be really beautiful in morning sun. Just a full-on crochet shawl in morning sun. Just let me... It has such a hard time picking up this color. You can see it a little bit better there. Has a bit of a hard time on camera, but as I said, I probably have put up pictures in the beginning. I still have to make those at the beginning. It's like a week. I'm filming this about a week and a half before you are going to be seeing this, because I'm on vacation when you see this. Fun fact, I'm in Spain right now. Not right now, but when you see this. Yeah, those were all the patterns. Oh, wait, before I forget, this is also a pattern that has a free version and a paid version. Check it out below, you'll find everything. So you've seen all the patterns with these colors from the Cottage Collection, which will go live on Monday, and it will have a pre-sale on Sunday for our Clubhouse members. I don't know, I just really love them. I hope you love them. I would love to hear what you think of it, so please comment down below. Let me know what you want to make with it, which color is your favorite or colors, and I'm so super excited to finally tell you. As I said, I would love for you to interact with this video, because it would mean the world to me. It would really help me spread the word about the yarn, and it would just make me really happy. So if you want to do that, that would be really nice. But yeah, these colors, I am just really excited. I already have like 8 more collections in mind for future collections, to be honest. So keep an eye out in the future. But first, we're just gonna start with one first, just these 5. I really hope you like this video, that you get some more pattern inspiration if you're maybe not into hand-dyed yarn, which is totally fine too. I'm just really excited that you were here, and I want to thank you for staying till the end if you're still here. It probably is a long video, I think. It might be. But yeah, I think it was a lot of fun, and I hope you liked it too, as I said. Comment down below, let me know what you liked about it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, creator!